If you could get a group of people who are on the left, who are famous and powerful, to publicly at the same time switch sides, to defect to the right side of the political spectrum, you could change the political landscape in this country like that. It's got to be a big enough group. That's the key. The idea is that when we jump, we all jump at the same time. This is something that I learned about some time back. This was done, in essence, in the Me Too movement. Before the Me Too movement started, women would come out one at a time, one or two here and there. And because they were just like one or two people, the powers that be would squash them, shut them up, get them out of the way. But not so. When it became a group, a unit, then it's different, then it's powerful. You have a big enough group, and it doesn't have to be that big. I think at the bare bones minimum, like 5 or 6 people, but ideally more. Ideally like 9 or 10 or more of very powerful, very famous people that come forth at the same time and say, we are fed up with this. We are seeing the writing on the wall. We are seeing that Trump is being politically persecuted, no matter what you say, and we are done with it. And we are switching sides because we are not going to watch this country slide into tyranny, which is what's happening before our eyes. There are closeted Republicans in the entertainment industry, in the media, and I would say even in politics. Right now, in this current day, they're afraid to come forth because they realize that it can damage their careers, but they do exist. They do exist. If you get a group of them to come forward at the same time, you can change the world. Because you can't shut that many people up. You get a unit of people that are doing this at the same time, that will strike fear into the heart of the left. Because you can't ignore that many. You can't do it. Then it's a problem. Then it's a real thing to contend with. And I know these people exist. I know they do. I would suggest when you go doing this, you do this in serious privacy. Somehow link up with each other. Have an old school walk where you don't have your phone or your Apple Watch or what have you on your person. Because I would say that at this stage of the game, if it's found out in advance by the powers that be, they would probably move to shut you down on social media. You probably want to do this quietly. Take a walk without your devices and communicate to each other what you're going to do and how you're going to state these things. This is a perfectly legal, with an L, tactic to change things and to change things quickly. And it can change things very quickly. But it's got to be a big enough group. They have to be powerful, famous people. Because you can't ignore it when it's a group. This is not theory. This is possible. And we need enough people who are righteous, who are God-fearing, who know that what is going on right now is dangerous, and who are fed up with it, to make a stand and switch sides. The country needs it. People need to speak up for what's right. And if you're a Christian, if you're a God-fearing person, that somehow hears this message, wake up, please. Yes, the left will try to attack you, but as a big enough group, they won't be able to sit there and shut you down. And you will always have opportunities. And the right will welcome you with open arms. And know this, the ones that do this will be the ones that are remembered in history as the ones who were strong, that stood fast. That when the moment came, they stood up for what was right, they did what was hard, and they turned things around. They will be the ones that are remembered. The other people who are too afraid of losing their livelihoods, too afraid of losing their careers, to not stand up, they will always be remembered in history as the cowards of the time. You can mark my words on these things. In a time where evil seems to be spreading like a cancer, we need good people to wake up and use your voices peacefully but powerfully to fix this problem. As a Christian living in this country in this day and age, who's about to be 45 years old, I am astounded by what I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years. It seems like evil is like taking root strongly, and we need God. If you're not somebody who knows Christ yet, I would recommend for sure that you speak to him, try to build a relationship with him, because you need him in your life. And it seems like we need him more than ever now. He did a lot for me. I feel like I wouldn't even be alive had it not been for him. So again, going back to this, please, people, anybody who hears this, who's in one of these positions of power and fame, stew on this. Do a little soul searching. We need people to step up and be warriors, because things are getting dire.